Hey, I'm Jamie Easton. Today's episode of the Smart 7 is brought to you by Your Nectar Prices at Sainsbury's. Imagine a world where your favourite things cost less. It's pretty amazing, right? It's like the universe is aligned just for you. Well, that's the magic of Your Nectar Prices at Sainsbury's, and it's pretty simple. You can unlock up to 10 personalised discounts every Friday on things you love in the Nectar app. And the best part is that while Nectar Prices are for everyone, Your Nectar Prices are just for you. It couldn't be simpler. Each week you'll get up to 10 personalised offers. They're your Nectar Prices. So every Friday, just check your Nectar app and unlock your Nectar Prices to save more now. Enjoy your own personalised discounts on things you love with Your Nectar Prices at Sainsbury's. That's good food for all of us. This offer's for 18 plus, Nectar app required. Unlock up to 10 Your Nectar Prices weekly, available in supermarkets, online and in locals with Smart Shop. T&Cs apply. On today's Smart 7, Council wins interim injunction in Epping, Trump ponders next move on Ukraine and much more. It's Wednesday 20th of August, it's National Radio Day, and happy birthday Demi Lovato.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Tuesday saw a period of reflection after 7 world leaders had descended on the White House to intervene with Donald Trump on Ukraine's behalf. The American president was delighted to be the centre of attention, but he did excuse himself from the meeting to call Russian President Putin, and it's not clear whether or not he's actually changed his view on the war. He's been clear that whatever security guarantees are given, he has no intention of putting US troops on the ground, but he was in a thoughtful mood when he called into Fox and Friends.
You know, if I can save 7,000 people a week from being killed, I think that's I want to try and get to heaven if possible. I'm hearing I'm not doing well. I hear I'm really at the bottom of the totem pole.
Wednesday will see the UK's Chief of Defence Staff, Tony Radakin, at meetings in the Pentagon to define what each of the coalition of the willing are prepared to commit to Ukraine's security. There's no question of British troops on the front lines, but they could be deployed to secure safe skies and seas. Prime Minister Keir Starmer says it's crucial that Russia understands that the war must end.
Should there be a deal, and I hope there is, it needs to be a lasting deal, not a temporary deal, one that is enforced if necessary, where President Putin knows that if he makes a deal and then breaches it, there will be serious consequences.
There was more bad news for Sir Keir Starmer when it came to the immigration crisis on Tuesday. There have been ongoing protests in the town of Epping in Essex for weeks outside a hotel which has been turned into a shelter for asylum seekers. The local council took a court action challenging the use of the hotel on planning grounds and claiming that it was a change of use that would need to be formally applied for, and they were granted an interim injunction. Councillor Holly Whitbread is a member of Epping Forest District Council, and she says locals have had enough.
But the people within this hotel, we do not know who they are. So while Epping is a tolerant community who will do its fair share when it comes to genuine refugees, we should not have to have the burden of the illegal immigration crisis on us.
The concern for the government is that other councils could follow suit, and while Labour has pledged to end the use of hotels for asylum seekers, they project that could take until 2029. Steve Smith is the chief executive of the charity Care for Calais, and he's appalled that the voices of protesters are more important than compassion for those seeking asylum.
It seems to be a victory for violent protests more than anything else. We deal with people like this day in, day out, and we know them to be victims of war, torture, persecution, conflict, modern-day trafficking, modern-day slavery, you name it.
Israel is expected to respond by Friday to the latest efforts to secure a ceasefire in Gaza, although early signs are not positive. Hamas leaders have accepted the plan, which will see half of the 20 living hostages released in return for a 60-day truce and the release of about 150 Palestinian prisoners. The Israeli PM is under pressure both from international leaders and from ongoing protests in Israel as he moves to occupy Gaza City. In the UK, Lib Dem leader Ed Davey has added his voice to those expressing concern over mass arrests during peaceful protests in support of Palestine action. Davey says the government hasn't made a proper case for a full-on ban.
What I think we and many others found troubling was that innocent people exercising their freedom of speech and their right to protest in a peaceful way in Parliament Square were being arrested en masse.
The implementation of the age verification element of the Online Safety Act caused a serious kerfuffle between Labour and Reform. The need to provide some element of ID to prove your age before viewing adult content is intended to protect children from harmful content, but Reform pledged to repeal the act if they came to power. That sparked anger from Technology Secretary Peter Kyle, and a new report from the Children's Commissioner suggests that he was right to be concerned. Dame Rachel D'Souza told Sky News that the figures for children viewing porn are shocking, and it's often social media sites that are to blame.
There are more children seeing porn at an earlier age, and the things they are seeing is having a great effect on them. You know, about 50% of children see porn by the age of 13, 14. They see it online.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, the US Open tennis kicks off and Severance stars prep for Emmy season. Right after this.
This is Car Tracks with Turtle Wax. Your car says a lot about you. So if we asked your car what it would say about you, what would it say?
Listen, you dropped one of those tiny cheeseburgers under the seat like last week, and now we're both dry heaving at the stench. Do us a favor, grab some Turtle Wax, and let's get to work.
This has been Car Tracks with Turtle Wax. You are how you car.
Welcome back.
This year's US Open tennis has gotten underway early with a switch to the format of the competition. The mixed doubles tournament has started before the traditional men and women's singles in a bid by organisers to get a bigger audience. The prize fund has been bumped up too, and Tuesday night saw an all-star matchup as Emma Raducanu teamed up with Carlos Alcaraz to face Britain's Jack Draper and American star Jessica Pegula. The game didn't go well for tennis's celebrity besties, with Draper and Pegula winning in 2 sets, but even Jessica didn't sound convinced.
I mean, this stadium's been packed, so thanks everyone for showing up. That was such a fun atmosphere. Even if it meant a couple of highlight reel shots by Carlos to get the crowd going, it was still really fun.
We're inching closer to Emmy season, and some of the biggest shows up for awards are politely making their presence felt before the voting closes next week. Severance has 27 nominations, the most of any show this season, and it's already been renewed for season 3. On Tuesday, we saw Britt Lower's audition tape for the role of Helly, and we also got to hear from Adam Scott about the dramatic final scene in season 2. No spoilers, but he says it was not straightforward to shoot.
It's a steep climb. Every day is a challenge, and there's no scene on the show that isn't complicated. There's so many different things happening. It's just so much fun, and it was that much fun making it as well.
There's good news if you're a horror fan and you liked Longlegs, the super creepy Nicolas Cage movie. Director Osgood Perkins is back with another chilling tale. This time it's called Keeper. It's a story of a trip to a cabin that goes badly wrong, with Tatiana Maslany and Rossif Sutherland as a couple who seem to be unravelling in a violent way. The movie's tagline is "I don't like you anymore," and it hits cinemas in November.
Do I even know this woman? Is it her face I see when I close my eyes? Or only a mask that she's wearing? Always there, looking back at me. I think she's a keeper.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Moms, ready to make back to school healthy and stress-free? Thrive Market's got you. They restrict over 1,000 sketchy ingredients so you can shop worry-free. Grab high-protein dinners and low-sugar lunchbox faves. From lesser evil popcorn to partake cookie snack packs, they have the best kid-approved swaps. And don't forget about yourself. Grab a Cure's Hydrogel Eye Mask for the perfect end-of-day reset. Their big back-to-school sale makes it the perfect time to stock up now. Go to thrivemarket.com/podcast for 30% off your first order and a free $60 gift.